Greetings and welcome to the MotoNoob USA. The reason I called this meeting is because today I'm embarking on an adventure. An adventure that to most might not be a very big deal, but to me might just be a huge step forward. You see, I'm a 61-year-old new rider. I bought my CRF 300L in late 2021, but really didn't get my feet wet till 2022. And since then, I've been on adventures, not unlike the one today. However, on previous adventures, I was familiar with where I was going, but not today. Today I'm going in blind. But fortunately, I'm not going in completely without skills. Over the past 3 years, I've clocked many hours on the street, learning how to interact with traffic and not get squashed by cagers. Done my share of parking lot drills. I've even overcome my fear of traveling at a higher speed. And yes, I put in some time on dirt too, mostly ripping around on patches of undeveloped land here in town. But finding patches of undeveloped land where I can build my dirt skills has become very challenging. And this is my latest find, roughly 40 acres of 2-track and single track, and it's close to home. And I found this spot not long after getting kicked out of this spot.
Get the fuck out of here and never come back.
And of course, as luck would have it, just a couple weeks after today's ride,
Whoa. I know they've blocked me off from this too.
However, 2 weeks ago I was able to get through, and I planted my fat ass right about here. And then I proceeded to have a long-winded talk with the camera, discussing where I was going and the fact that I'd never been there, and trying to convince myself that I'm not a pussy if I turn around because the terrain has become too much for me. And this would be the terrain in question, Ford Road. You see, the plan is to follow Ford Road to this interesting geological feature I found on Google Earth. Let's see how this works out for me. So now I'm at the entrance to Ford Road, and I take a minute to size it up and check to make sure I'm in the right place. Looks good to me. Let's roll. I know this doesn't look like much, since GoPros tend to smooth out rough terrain, but in person this looks rather ominous. Time to process. There appears to be plenty of room to turn around here. However, I'm here to challenge myself. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to stay to the left.
Pizza cake.
Conquering that hill gave me the confidence to add a little twist to the wrist, and we're on the way again. close. That was close. And once again, it's time to process. As my confidence drained away, I wondered how far I was from my destination. I don't really want to turn around, and even if I did, this wouldn't be the best place to do it. So I decided to white knuckle it and find a better place where I could turn around if I wanted to. Well, I've made it this far, which is about, I think, 2/3 of the way to where I wanted to go. But now, since I found a place that I could potentially turn around, I might just do that. I don't know yet. Because it's pretty soft sand, and I almost ate shit once. I think I have the camera on. I had the 11 on when it happened. I actually did a little bit of bushwhacking. And it's not just the soft sand, it's the whew that gets old. It seems like when you're coming up out of one, see, I'm all new to this shit. When you're coming up out of one, it gets a little squirrely. So I moved my ass back on the seat to see if that helped any. I don't know how much further I got to go. I have to look at the Garmin, at the satellite of where I'm headed and what I've accomplished so far. We're going to take a break right here. Turn this fucking key off because that's what we do. Anyway, we'll get back with the when I've made a decision. I did decide to press on since I was here and roughly 3/4 of a mile away was my destination. Everybody see that? You have arrived. I have arrived. Didn't think I was going to make it. Don't know if I'll make it back. Can you hear me now, everybody? Anyway, this was my goal. This big piece of shit right here. It's like dinosaur crap, but it is not. It is actually what I believe to be a tumulus, which is not an uncommon formation to find on a basaltic lava flow like the one I'm standing on. However, using my motorcycle for scale, if this is indeed a tumulus, it is an absolute freaking monster. Okay, but what is a tumulus? We'll use this poorly drawn cross-section of a lava flow to explain. The red shaded area represents lava that is still molten. The black lines represent lava that has cooled and solidified on the top and beneath the lava flow. And the brown area is the pre-eruption terrain. As the molten lava continues to flow down slope, it becomes obstructed, which creates a back pressure and forces it to burst through the top solidified crust. And a tumulus is born. Getting back to the formation in question here, even to the untrained eye, the evidence is compelling. The almost perfectly flat flanks of this formation are nearly all the proof I need. I'm going to go around the other side and check it real quick. There's the moto. Her and I almost bought the farm. But you can see that how it folded open. I can't do it exactly with both hands. Doom. Looking at it from above again, the lava, once it broke through, may have escaped through one or more of these three gaps and continued flowing down slope. Now to the question of how old is this formation? To get a rough idea, I went to Google Earth, triangulated from known features on the landscape, transferred that triangulation to a USGS map of lava flow timelines, and found that it was in the ash-colored area of the map, which is the oldest lava flow from the Newberry complex, going back 400,000 to 75,000 years ago. Well, I am pleased that I faced this challenge and completed the mission. See you later, fellas. That's the MotoNoob fan club there. Oh, and also I'm pleased to announce that I made it back home in one piece. This is the MotoNoob signing off. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.